I had trouble finding this book because there are two Goosebumps books called The Haunted Mask. I had to explain I wanted Goosebumps the Haunted Mask, not Goosebumps wanted the Haunted Mask. The poor librarian was so confused.
Argofunk Book Review, Argofunk Book Review.
Our main character is Carly Beth, who's easily scared. The other kids at school like to make her scream, so they constantly do mean and creepy things to her. I think that's how R.L. Stein behaved when he was in middle school. A jerk named Steve grabs her suddenly, then he tricks her into eating a worm. He also tricks her into thinking she's being attacked by a tarantula. She screams a lot, and since adults are generally useless in this series, the teachers are too busy laughing at Carly Beth to put an end to the bullying. Carly goes home, where Mom shows off a plaster of Paris duplicate of Carly Beth's face. Carly reacts like she has no idea Mom was making one. I find that funny because Mom must have spent at least an hour putting the plaster on Carly's face to make the original mold. Did Carly forget about that? There's a fake out scare prank when Carly's annoying little brother Noah hides in her closet wearing a duck costume. Carly doesn't want to be a duck for Halloween. She wants to be something really scary. Something which will terrify all the kids at school who prank her. She dresses up like the scariest thing possible. A YouTube book reviewer. Just kidding. She goes to the local costume store. The owner is a touch snobby about the fact that they close at 5 p.m. Thank you very much. I guess he's closing early tonight so he can go trick-or-treating. Carly finds a hidden back room, which is filled with disgusting, lifelike masks. She picks a nasty green one. At first, the owner says it's not for sale, but she keeps insisting that she wants to buy it until he finally caves in. After all, if he didn't sell her the haunted mask, the book would be far too short. Carly Beth tries out the mask on her little brother. It works great. It makes her voice sound deep and raspy and evil, although it is a little tight on her head. To make herself even scarier, Carly carries her plaster face on a broomstick. That way, it looks like she's carrying her own severed head. That's terrifying. Under the mask's evil influence, Carly Beth starts to get out of control. She scares two young boys. Their mother lecture complains at Carly for inappropriate Halloween behavior. Carly gets mad and Growl yells at them until the boys run away. Next chapter, Carly flies into a rage and tries to choke her best friend. Carly Beth stops questioning her unexpected feelings and she starts reveling in them. She feels overjoyed when she scares people, and she feels powerful when she steals candy from other kids. Finally, she gets revenge on that jerk, Steve. He's unnerved by Carly's mask and scary voice, but he's not truly scared until the plaster mask turns alive and begs him for help. Carly feels pretty happy about a successful night of scares until she realizes the mask won't come off. It is literally stuck to her skin with no line of separation between the mask and her own face. Terrified, Carly Beth returns to the store. The owner tells her it's not a mask, it's a real face, part of a laboratory experiment gone wrong. The only way to remove the mask is with a symbol of love. Sort of like the movie Frozen. Oh, Carly Beth, if only there was someone who loved you. The evil masks come to life and start floating in the air. Carly Beth runs away, but the masks chase her everywhere. Good thing the plaster mold of Carly's face counts as a symbol of love. She finds it, and when she tries putting it on, the evil mask can come off. Everything seems great until her little brother steals the haunted mask and puts it on. No! The end. Post-book follow-up. The store owner says the symbol of love trick only works once. Carly Beth was able to remove the mask in Chapter 11, shortly after putting it on for the first time. Hopefully her brother is still in that initial time period where he can still remove the mask without any trouble. I'm guessing that's the case because Carly Beth is still alive in the sequels to this book. This was a really good book. I liked Carly Beth's slow transformation from a weak victim of bullies into an angry, revenge obsessed monster. It was done so realistically that I could have believed it if it turned out the mask had no powers at all and the entire thing was Carly going out of control on her own. I imagine you could do a psychological analysis of Carly Beth's behavior, focusing on how she's subconsciously imitating the bullies that harassed her. But that is probably going a little bit too far. The entire mask is a metaphor for the monsters that lie in humanity. The important thing is that Carly's transformation is believable, and she never reaches the point where she's so monstrous that I stop rooting for her as our protagonist. Overall, great book. It's scary, it's realistic, and there's almost nothing for me to criticize. I can see why this is a series favorite. It's definitely my favorite book of the series since book 7. I give Goosebumps number 11, The Haunted Mask, 10 masks out of 10.